Welcome to Poetry Changes Lives, my book of poetry, history, and a thought for the day. Here's the book, here's me reading it. And once again, I'm repeating myself, I know, but I do it because I enjoy it, because I love poetry, and I'm kind of on a mission to spread the word that poetry can be so therapeutic, just making you feel good, informing you, comforting you, inspiring you, giving you just something new to put into your head, because poetry often sees the world in a different way, and really good poetry can have a real impact. It can, really make you sit up and think, gosh, I never thought of it like that before. And that's the power of poetry, I think. That's why I love it, and I hope you love it too. On this day in 1874, the English writer Gilbert Keith Chesterton, G.K. Chesterton, was born. Not terribly well known now, perhaps, but very well known in the first half of the 20th century. A prolific writer on lay theology and philosophy, and novels and poetry as well. He wrote with a lot of wit and humour on serious subjects, but with great morality and as well, and deep Christian faith and belief. He criticised some of his contemporaries, such as poor old Oscar Wilde, for their attitude towards sort of taking your pleasures where you can find them. And he said that carpe diem religion is not the religion of happy people, but of very unhappy people. Great joy does not come from gathering rosebuds while it may. Its eyes are fixed on the immortal rose of Dante. Well, I think that's a bit hard on poor old Oscar. I like Oscar Wilde as well as Chesterton. I'm going to read one of Chesterton's poems. As I say, I love his style. His poetry is great, I think. I remember reading his wonderful epic poem, Lepanto, about the battle between the Christians and the Turks. Don John of Austria is going to the war, all that sort of thing. It's in this book, of course. But today I'm going to read one of his other poems. It's called The Donkey, and I think it's quite short, but it sets you thinking. At the beginning you think, what on earth is this about? Where's it going? And then the last two lines, there's a sort of kicker, which makes you think, oh yes, and it sort of gives you a good feeling, and that's the sort of thing poetry does. It gets you thinking, and it gives you a new feeling, usually a good feeling. I'm going to demonstrate that now. The donkey. And bear in mind, Chesterton had great Christian beliefs, and Christ used to ride on a donkey for that matter. Here we are, The Donkey by G.K. Chesterton. When fishes flew, and forests walked, and figs grew upon thorn, some moment then, the moon was blood, then surely I was born. With monstrous head, and sickening cry, and ears like errant wings, the devil's walking parody of all four-footed things. The tattered outlaw of the earth, of ancient crooked will, starve, scourge, deride me, I am dumb, I keep my secret still. Fools, for I also had my hour, one of far fierce hour and sweet. There was a shout about my ears, and psalms, palms beneath my feet. A shout around my ears, and palms beneath my feet. You probably know what he's alluding to there. Today I will remember the words of John Milton, another religious man, or God-fearing man, if not particularly religious. Milton said in his famous sonnet on his blindness, "They also serve who only stand and wait." And I think the donkey would have related to that. I relate to it too. Thanks for listening. I wish you a good day.